Wait. So let's have a short note today. Um, Previous episodes, adventures in the screen trade, adventures during the revolution and in the aftermath with miners, with journalists, with crooks. One took my money and then brought in a car that was totaled, apparently. But it turned out to be quite a thing. Well, it cost much more than it should, and it was a theft ultimately. But it's in like that story told by the character portrayed by Philip Simon Hoffman. Termina, idiotule! Late regretted actor. In Charlie Wilson's War, he talks about the Zen master. So the Zen master has a horse, and the horse runs away. The villagers come and say, "Oh, master, it's such a bad thing that well, we'll just see." Indeed, the horse returns with quite a few, maybe many. I don't have the details of the story. The point, as you will see, is not the numbers don't matter. Don't nothing matters in a way. So returns with some wild horses, and those in the community. Oh, such a lucky thing. We shall see. In fact, the son of the master, when he's trying to tame one of the horses, falls down, breaks his leg or his arm. Again, it doesn't really matter. So again, sympathy from neighbors and the others. Oh, so such a bad thing. Well, we shall see. The army comes to the village to take in forcefully recruits. The son is lucky, and we shall see in that due to his accident, he's not fit to be taken. So this is again an occasion for the villagers to express joy for the Zen master, but he says we shall see. So it's difficult to see what the initial theft and disaster, financial disaster, turned out to be an interesting acquisition in the end. But considering the many times I had to go to the mechanic shop, that it was taken from there, stolen again in a way. It's more complicated. It's true, the car made money. It was used in the tours business. So I offer my services on the car. I would drive and take people around and tell them about the wonders of the country. So that was one thing. We took the car, we took the Audi to the Black Sea, and I was driving like a madman. So I should try and keep that in mind when I see others on the road today and say, well, crazies, lunatics. Because I did some of the same things a long time ago. And maybe even today, if I were to drive more, I'm using the bike. I drive the car behind the guys. We should soon see it better because the leaves would fall. Only, maybe not only 4 or 5 times a year, maybe. So which is not bad. It's good on so many levels. So we took the car. We went to Costinești. We had some fun. I passed out. But though I'm not sure if this happened now with this girl there, or on a consequent or a later visit or a prior visit, let's say, something crazy happened nevertheless. Something I need to tell my one viewer. We went to the beach, to the discos, on walks At the nude, in the nude sector near the shipwreck, where people were naked, sunbathing naked. And in one of those places, I found a girl that was so special from Reshica. This is, I remember. On the blonde side, I think, brown or light blonde hair. Very attractive and interested in yours truly. So much so that we went together. I was with her. Adi was, I guess, with a painter. Maybe he was with another one. Fact is, he had someone on a more stable basis, let's say. So it could very well have been. It seems like it was the painter. He had someone he had come with. It wasn't like we found two partners there. I did. I mean, I did this girl from Rashid. I found it. So we went to Mamaia to visit. What's his name? Cristi Bucurenci. A guy I had mentioned in one of the previous episodes. Termina, the one with the famous joke. When there was music on the radio or something we had, and he didn't like it. He made the joke. Dă mai tare și oprește-o. Turn up the volume and shut it off, and turn off the power or something. Okay, have it louder, but then switch it off, something like that. I mean, I don't. It's probably loses in English. So, and we had dinner with them in a restaurant somewhere. And since I was more interested in being intimate with this girl, we took the car from Mamaia further north. So as soon as the resort ends, there's a large area with wild vegetation. It's not really a forest. With a forest, maybe it would have been better. But termină, tâmpitule! Bushes and wild trees, some small, I guess. And I thought we have a good refuge there. We stopped, undressed, and had sex in the car. I also remember I performed oral sex on this wonderful girl. She was wonderful. But then suddenly, someone with a big club, a baseball bat, actually it was probably a very thick branch of something, started kicking the windows of the car. We got out and run away from this caveman, and eventually he left the car alone, and I took it and the girl. We returned to the restaurant, went to the police. The windshield was turned into small. It was still hanging on, but it was turned into a mosaic of small pieces because the lunatic insisted on that, unfortunately. Well, on the other hand, you need to see also on the sides of the I guess the best, if there was a choice, the best choice would have been to hit the rear window or something. Anyway, fact is, he destroyed and then we drove around because we had to come back to the police station. We had to for paperwork, I think, with sheets from the bed over us, like Arabs, or like Arabs dressed in that traditional Bedouin or outfits, because we said if glass or whatever falls from the windshield, that I have to use the brakes or just like that. I don't know, a bump on the. At least we're a bit protected. I mean, it will not hit the skin directly or something like that. And I had to look in different corners to find space to see outside. I'll continue with this tomorrow.